Sorry, I've been missing. First thing I want to say is sorry. Essentially, the theme of this vlog is going to be catching you back up with my life because I did vlog a couple things, but I was feeling unmotivated and other things, and I don't want to dwell too much on that, but I do want to say sorry. But I'm going to catch you back up with my life because I had some cool experiences. I went to Montreal for F1, went to London with my dad, vlogged some of that. This is just catching you back up with my life. I know I've missed so many Sundays in posting, but I'm not missing next Sunday either, 100%. Enjoy the video. I'm sorry once again, and I'm definitely back. As you guys can tell by now, I'm in Montreal here for the Grand Prix. Shout out to Red Bull, who's taking care of me for the whole trip actually, so huge shout out to them. I'm not like a huge F1 fan. Obviously I've been learning about it though before this trip. Red Bull is my official team now. Like so many people are such big F1 fans that they're jealous, so I feel super privileged to be here. How did you get here?
She's here to meet her boyfriend Leo.
If you didn't know, Sid and I both went to school here. I went to school at a place called Concordia for a year, and she went to McGill for 4 years. And then when we were in the car, we were with the driver, and then there was like a hospitality guy who was making sure everything was going okay in the car. I was like, oh, we went to school here. And then Sid was like, I'm smarter than him, basically. And then I was like, I think it's my name on his clipboard there, not yours. And then they were laughing at my roast of her, and then they were pretty much ganging up on her the whole trip.
I said it doesn't matter. And then he said it does matter because if he said he wants you out of the car right now, then you're gone.
We're taking a boat right now. And they're about to do a practice lap. So yesterday we went to the qualifying. They actually tied to the exact, I don't know what it is, nanosecond.
It's second! With exactly the same time! Extraordinary!
It's like 4 decimals for the fastest lap. The qualifying determines how the cars start in what order for the main race. Whoever had the fastest lap first ends up getting in first. So Verstappen came in second. The guy that came in third was only slower by like 0.02 seconds. If they were all racing on a screen at the same time, like you wouldn't even tell who won. But it's a difference in this sport. So we went again the next day for the main race, and the Montreal GP is notorious for rain, which affects how the drivers drive, obviously. Again, huge thank you to Red Bull for taking Sid and I for our first F1 experience. We actually entered through the driver's entrance, which was pretty cool because you got to pass each of the team's garages. But of course, we're now Team Red Bull, so we got a tour of their garage. And if you don't know, the car build is a huge aspect of the sport. So we weren't allowed to record some of the things just because there's top secret stuff, I guess. But one thing we actually got to do was meet both of the drivers. So they're both super humble, seemed very relaxed. It was like just before the race, and they took a time to answer a few questions, and it was cool. We got photos with them. So where we watched the race from is called the Paddock Club, and I honestly had probably the best food I've ever had at a sporting event, which I feel like isn't surprising because F1 is known to be kind of bougie, but they essentially had stations. They'd make you a full meal plate. So they had lobster tails, butter chicken, steak, dessert, and everything was good. As for the race results, Verstappen, who's with Red Bull, actually ended up winning. I think it's his 3rd time in a row winning. So the Red Bull team was super happy about that. And then after the race, they opened the track up and all the fans, I guess, get to rush onto the track to get a view of the podium. So that was cool. So we saw the race yesterday. They gave us some more goodies, this Red Bull backpack. And the coolest thing was this Red Bull Theragun. But after Montreal, pretty much a week later, I went to London with my dad for a couple days, which was fun. It was pretty much a food trip. So check out some of our time in London. You want to tell them where we're going?
Well, we're going to Terminal. Is it 1?
Where we're actually going.
Destination, London.
We're going to the terminal where your restaurant is?
I think so, Terminal 1, is it? All this year, I always ask, if when I go there for reviewing things, I still have to ask my assistant. Is it Terminal 1? Is Terminal 3? They already been open for almost like 8 years. I think, you know what, I have a disease that cannot remember numbers, but I can only count with fingers.
Dyslexic?
Is that what they call it, dyslexic? It's called idiot savant. That's the word. Have you heard about idiot savant?
You know, so before we left, we filmed a video for his channel about 3 or 4 recipes that you can actually make, the recipe amounts and everything. And since my dad literally doesn't cook with recipes or any sort of measurement, like for anything, he would show me, like, we'd have the measurement cups, be like, what is this? I'd be like, a 1/4 cup. And 1 second later, he'd show me tablespoon, he'd be like, what is this measurement? I'd be like, tablespoon. 1 second later, what is this? I'd be like, tablespoon. 1 second later, what is this? Tablespoon.
What do you call that? Salt. How much is it? Need a little more soy sauce. Guys, increase one more tablespoon Oh, soy sauce. Perfect. Process of learning.
Used to just cooking with his hands for measurements.
And that's called cooking.
What's heavier, a pound of cotton or a pound of stone?
Oh, heavier. Pound of cotton, a pound of stone. Of course, a pound of stone.
Why would you say that?
It's so obvious. I mean, stone and cotton.
How much of each?
Okay, wait. If you call about volume, that is a different story. I think cotton's volume is bigger than the stone.
How much of each did I say? I said what's heavier, a pound of cotton or a pound of stone?
A pound of stone, obviously. Oh, wait. You said a pound and a pound, so they're actually equal.
It's gonna be a long trip.
Wow, you almost got me, son. Wow, that was a good one.
I did get you.
Yeah. yeah. Oh my God, it's so obvious.
Insanely long travel day. Check out the room. There's this thing randomly in it. People probably doing weird shit on that. I don't really want to lay on it even. What do you think?
That's the Queen's crib.
Kings.
Huh?
Kings.
Oh, that's the King's crib.
So we just walked by Sketch, which is a 3-star Michelin restaurant. We're in their washroom right now. These eggs are actually toilets. Wow. Feels like we're in a movie, like futuristic movie. It's all washrooms. So we're at afternoon tea at the Rosewood. Never had afternoon tea. I don't even really like tea, to be honest. But since we're in London, we had to try it. What are you expecting?
It's like eating an hors d'oeuvre of sandwiches.
Do you know what kind of tea this is by the smell? Even though I ordered it in front of you.
Vanilla.
Oolong.
It's not oolong tea. There's
This.
no way it's oolong.
This.
This is oolong tea?
Yeah. Sorry
I
to
should
go.
know better. I should know better. No, there's no...
I just told my dad I have a theory because he used to do a lot of TV, and then I was wondering like how come he doesn't do more TV now that he's a lot bigger on social media. And after working with him, I've discovered his inability to repeat and recite lines. I have a theory that the producers that worked with him before were like, we can't use them again, can't repeat simple lines.
Of course, the vacation. Of course, the vacation. Of course, the vacation started on the flight with champagne and lobster. And for me, the first thing to do when I land somewhere, to no matter where I am, is getting a noodle. Is there another line could be a little bit easier? And first for me, and for me, the first thing, and for me, the first thing to do, and for me, the first thing to do when I land, and for me, the first thing to do, I land no matter where, I'm getting a noodle. But this trip was
Free thinker. I don't like to be putting words in my mouth. Yes.
What do you think of high tea?
You know, it's interesting, you know.
It's a bit sweet for me.
Yeah,
like, as a meal.
for lunch. But the history is great.
All right, so tonight is probably the meal I'm looking forward to most. I'm supposed to go to Gymkhana, 2-star Michelin. A lot of people say it's the best Indian food in the world. You know, we were just saying how Taylor Swift has a concert here, and my mom is such a big fan. Sid is such a big fan. They're gonna go to the concert, and she goes to Toronto. And my dad has actually already been to the concert, and he doesn't even know who she is.
It was great. You know what? I was really overwhelmed by people around, especially young women. They know exactly what they were saying, all the lyrics. She performed 3 hours straight, not even missing a minute. That was very impressive.
I'm back in the room. I stopped at Nike and got this England like tracksuit warm-up top sort of. But yeah, like I was saying, it's called Gymkhana. Every person we've told that we're going there is like, oh my god, it's so good. So I'm so excited. The Wimbledon star. We were trying to come here for when Wimbledon was happening, but couldn't get it to work out, fortunately. How stuffed are we?
Oh my god. Wow, you know, so grateful. We got us a table. It was a nice table, you know, sitting in the front. You know, the food was very tasty. I learned a few things, I have to say. Indian chutneys, I think they're the best in the world.
Yeah, it's hard to say like what your favorite dish is at Indian food, I find, because you end up like mixing a lot of it together.
Yeah.
dipping
That's
the
a good
bread
point,
and all the
yeah.
sauces.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we finished the trip at a 3-star Michelin restaurant called Helen de Rose. An amazing meal. That was actually the longest meal I've ever had in my life. The reservation was at 7 and we left at 12, so a 5-hour meal. But honestly, it was an amazing meal, worth every second. It was French food, and I feel like French cooking is so technical, and as a result, the sauces and the way things were cooked were just perfect. We got to check out the kitchen, meet the chef, and then I headed back home, and now you're finally caught up in my life. Once again, sorry for going dark for a minute, but you're caught up with my life now. Now we're heading to LA. So as you can see, we're in Los Angeles, and we just got a bite after we landed, and I'm here with Sid and my dad, and Trump just got shot. So I actually ordered some things to Kai's place because otherwise, obviously, you know, duties can be crazy. If you guys know what these boxes are, I ordered some things from Homer, which is Frank Ocean's jewelry brand, and I already opened them, but I wanted to get a bracelet. So then I went on their site and they didn't really have any bracelets I wanted. I think some of the stuff sells out, and then I saw they had these like mini pendants, so I bought a couple, and then I'm gonna make a bracelet out of them. So I ordered these 3 little like charm things I'm gonna put on a bracelet. Homer is pretty expensive for what it is, but I just thought these looked cool. I didn't unbox them on camera, but I can show you what it comes in. Cool boxes, all this stuff. And then I also got this keychain for some house keys.
Comment down below whose is better.
Mine has way more aura.
Mine has way more cuteness factor.
For now, I'm just gonna wear it as a necklace, even though I don't really like how it looks. Another thing I had here for so long was this mouse from Final Mouse. It's called the... Oh, again, oh shit. Canada has to score or they lose here. Oh my god, he tried to fucking Panenka it. This is Kai's new obsession. 1,000-piece puzzle. So when's your vlog coming out? Waiting for you to edit. Everyone thinks that that's actually true. So I have the vlog, I swear to god. He'll then edit it. I'm waiting for you, you said you would. If you really cared about your subscribers, you'd edit it yourself at this point. If you cared about me, you'd keep your promise. Well, he's doing a fucking puzzle instead of editing. We're going to Universal, Big Grumpy.
Grumpy?
I'm portraying you as a grumpy person in this vlog. $13 calzone.
Oh my god.
Let's see how this is. Oh, the cheese is actually the... Five. Not too salty, doughy. Thought you were a vegetarian. This is the only part of Universal I haven't done before. It's insane how big this building is. We're in the fast line, and it's like we've been walking for like 5 minutes.
They have to entertain you while you're waiting for like 5 hours.
Your feet and your flip-flops are truly revolting. Can we find him some socks in the gift shop? The prophecy said a man with fluorescent legs would be here. Are you Batman with your glow stick body?
Sid has never tried this before, and she's so excited. Hailey Bieber is her favorite person.
No, that's not true.
Yummy?
Oh my god, that's so good.
Well, as you guys know, one of us gets sick every trip. It's not me this time. It's not Sid. We've been giving her different food here. Now she has diarrhea and there's been blood in it. And now she's not feeling well, so we're gonna take her to the vet. I have fake poop. They're coming home soon, so we gotta prank them. Oh my god, there's people on the couch! Sid's gonna stay with Moch because she's been diarrheaing and not feeling well. We're headed to a family dinner.
Sounds like I'm diarrheaing.
You have been.
No.
Let's go. So Sid is gone. We went to Universal yesterday and it's pretty good, but the Nintendo World is kind of overrated in my opinion. Like we had the fast pass and it's still maybe like a 30-minute wait to get on the ride, and it's just not nearly as good as some of the other rides. It sucks. Especially like some people wait like 2 hours to get on the ride. It's not even that crazy. It just feels like an AR game. Going onto the ride in the castle is actually cooler than doing the ride. Let's go to the office. I'm going downtown to actually get a tattoo. Also forgot to show you guys that. Got this bracelet for now. And I put the things on it now. Might be too many. And then I also got these Bottega mules. Packing, and I realized like 2 days ago, I was like, my fucking armpits are hurting. I guess they're just like chafing because it's hot here. And then I'm like looking at them and it's like the same pattern exactly on each. I'd show you guys, but you probably don't want to gross you out. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I started using a new deodorant. I used Old Spice before and I got a different Old Spice one. I got the Fiji Old Spice. I looked it up and they have a lawsuit for like chemical burns. I might join the lawsuit because my fucking armpits are hurting so bad I'm walking like Fortnite emo.